What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. If you've been on this channel for a little while, you know sometimes I cover some parkour news pieces that might pop up, and there's a really exciting one which has come up over the last day or so. So I'm just pulling this up. PE lessons could include parkour and pickleball. So this is from News Rounds, CBBC, which is like the kids version of the BBC here in the UK. And essentially they're saying that your school PE lessons could feel different soon as 3 new sports will be added to the curriculum for schools in England. It is hoped that parkour, pickleball and korfball lessons will encourage more young people to take part in physical activity. Obviously there's then a piece on here about what parkour actually is, and it talks about the history of parkour. But if we look at this piece from the Daily Mail, so I get like parkour news emailed to me every day, and this one popped up. It said a big shake up to the school curriculum could see children taking part in a host of lesser known sports to reinvigorate their excitement for PE. Again, pickleball, korfball, parkour are just some of the activities that are being floated as part of new lesson plans drawn up by the Oak National Academy, which is an independent public body that is backed by the government. While parkour is often associated with hopping over buildings and dangerous heights, which if you've been doing parkour for a number of years, you know that that's not what it's about. But unfortunately, the media does like to portray parkour in that sort of way. They do say that the academy has assured that parents will be taught parents that it will be taught using indoor gym equipment like beams and vaults. So the fact that parkour is now at this point where schools are looking at it and going, yeah, we actually want to add this to the curriculum, is so big, and it's so important for a number of reasons. As part of my job as a parkour coach, I go into schools and I deliver parkour sessions and parkour classes, and obviously we use a lot of what the school has on offer. They do have a lot of like vault blocks and small mats and like movable equipment and stuff that can be used to teach parkour. And I think this is so important for not just the sport of parkour, but for young people as well. When I was younger and when I was a kid, I didn't get on with football. I couldn't get on with rugby. I wasn't very good at cricket or tennis or any other sports. Parkour was the only sport that I did that I really feel comfortable with. And that's because parkour is a sport that is very focused on yourself. It's very focused on you. It's not a team sport. It's not a competition focused sport. It's very much like using your body in a way to practice and to move around the environment. And I think parkour being introduced to the school curriculum is such a massive thing for the growth and the development of the sport, because it's bringing it accessible to loads of new young people that were like me when I was younger, that, you know, don't get on with team sports. They don't like team sports. They don't like the competitive aspect. You've got to think, with a lot of sports that you get taught as a kid, the element is competition and the element is winning. And you do football in PE, you do rugby in PE, you do tennis, you do cricket, whatever. It's always like, okay, you're going to have 2 teams, you got to play each other and you're going to see who wins. As you kind of get older in the UK school curriculum, that kind of changes ever so slightly, but it is obviously a big, massive element of what PE in schools and the school system is like. So this Oak National Academy that is kind of backing this thought and this process is an arm's length body to help schools deliver curriculum content, and it has launched lesson resources for teachers that aim to engage more young people. And this obviously comes off the back as well of the UK being the first country in the world to recognise parkour as an official sport back in 2017, and it was that recognition of parkour that actually stopped it from being banned in my hometown. So Matt Hood, Chief Executive of the Oak National Academy, said, "We want to inspire the next generation of artists, tech entrepreneurs, athletes, coaches and musicians with our lessons. These comprehensive and exciting new curriculum plans will help schools and teachers deliver great lessons that spark children's interests and prepare them for life beyond the school gates." He added that, "I am delighted we are offering such a variety of sports in the PE curriculum, so teachers have the resources to offer everything from football and hockey to parkour and pickleball, something to engage all of their pupils." And I'm sat here right now and I'm thinking, over the years, parkour has been the sport that I love, and it's the sport that I've always wanted to do, and that's why I've gone into schools to teach it. That's why I coach it. That's why I really like the idea of being introduced to the school curriculum. I know it's a sport that, you know, not everyone is going to like, but it's like not everyone likes football, not everyone likes rugby, not everyone likes table tennis, for example. But this is so important. This is amazing. It's wicked. It's cool. Like the idea that parkour is now being legitimized as an offering for schools is fantastic. And I think, you know, moving forwards, this is going to be a brilliant opportunity, and we are going to see an uptake and we are going to see a growth of the sport. And it's brilliant. It's so good. And I know there's going to be some people that are going to be like, oh well, parkour being taught in schools is going to take away from parkour coaching organizations. It's going to take away from this, but it's not. And I think we're now in this place where we need to grow, we need to develop that sport, and it being part of a school curriculum is massive. It's huge. And you've got to think how those PE curriculum activities is going to inspire those individuals to start parkour out on the streets training, how they're going to want to look for parkour coaches, they're going to want to look for parkour classes, they're going to want to look for all these things within parkour. And it's awesome. It's awesome. And there's loads of resources online if you're wanting to start parkour already, which you can definitely check out. And if you're a school kid and you're watching this video and you're wondering what's parkour, why should I be doing parkour, there's loads of videos online. Just search how to do parkour or how to get started with parkour. And if you're a school teacher, please reach out to local parkour organizations, parkour gyms, the national governing body we've got here in the UK, Parkour UK. We're all here to help massively with the development and the growth of this sport. Super exciting. I just wanted to share it. It's a bit of news that I wanted to put out there. So yeah,